Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're talking about 3 US quarters that look normal but are actually very rare. We'll show you the year, the mint mark, and what makes each one special. These coins can be worth more than just 25 cents if they are in great shape or have errors. So check your old change, you might have one. Let's get started and take a closer look. First up is the 1979 no mint mark Washington quarter, and believe it or not, this coin has sold for as much as $9,200. That's right, a regular-looking quarter that's worth more than $9,000. It might look like the same coin you use to buy a soda, but under the right conditions, it's much more than just 25 cents. If you find one of these in top shape or with a special error, you could be holding a real treasure. That's why this coin makes our list. The front of the coin shows the face of George Washington. The back shows an eagle with its wings spread. It's a common design seen on U.S. quarters from 1932 to 1998. Now, here's where things get interesting. If you look closely at the front of the coin, just below Washington's neck, you'll usually see a small letter. That letter tells you where the coin was made. But the 1979 quarter we're talking about has no mint mark at all. That means it was made in Philadelphia. And in that year, the Philadelphia Mint made a huge number of quarters, over 518 million. So normally, this coin is not rare just by the date or design. Most of these 1979 no mint mark quarters are only worth 25 cents in used condition. Even ones in good shape may only go for $1 to $2. So how does one get to be worth over $9,000? The answer is in the condition and possible errors. The few coins that have sold for high amounts are in mint state. That means they've never been used. They are super clean, super shiny, and show no signs of wear. Collectors call this kind of coin uncirculated. If it still has its full bright luster and shows every little detail clearly, like the hair on Washington's head or the feathers on the eagle, that's a good sign. Grading companies like PCGS or NGC give these coins a number to show how good the condition is. A 1979 no mint mark quarter that gets a grade like MS67 or MS68 is very rare. These are the coins that sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auctions. But that's not all. There are also error coins that can raise the value. Some rare errors that have been found on 1979 quarters include off-center strikes, clipped planchets, where part of the coin is missing, and double dies, where the image or letters look doubled. These kinds of mistakes don't happen often, but when they do, they make the coin more valuable. Collectors love error coins because each one is different. So, how can you tell if your 1979 quarter is worth anything? Start by checking the mint mark. If there is no letter under the date, it was made in Philadelphia. Then, check the color. Is it still bright and red or silver with a shiny surface, or does it look old and dirty? The cleaner and shinier the coin, the better. Look at the edges. Are they smooth and even? Or do they look like a piece is missing? Use a magnifying glass if you have one. Check the letters and numbers to see if anything looks strange, like it was stamped more than once. If you think your coin looks really good or has a possible error, don't clean it. Cleaning can actually hurt the value. Just keep it safe and think about showing it to a coin shop or sending it to be graded. Getting a grade from a trusted company is the best way to know what your coin is worth. Even though most 1979 no mint mark quarters are common, a small number in perfect condition or with a rare mistake can be worth a lot. That's what makes this coin so exciting. You could have a quarter sitting in your house right now that's worth way more than you think. Keep an eye out for that 1979 with no mint mark, and if it shines and looks brand new, it might be something special. Next coin is the 1970D mint mark Washington quarter. This one might look like any other old quarter, but some collectors have paid as much as $2,300 for the right one. That's a big price for a coin you might have spent without even thinking twice. It's not the date alone that makes it valuable, it's about condition, mint mark, and in some cases, rare errors. So, if you come across a 1970D quarter in perfect shape, you should take a closer look. This quarter has the same classic design that people in the US know well. George Washington is on the front, facing left, and the date, 1970, is right below him. Under the date, there's a small letter, D. That, D, stands for the Denver Mint, where this coin was made. The back of the coin shows an eagle with spread wings, just like most quarters from this time period. Now, let's talk about how many were made. The Denver Mint produced more than 417 million of these quarters in 1970. That's a huge number. So the coin is not rare just because of how many exist. In fact, if your 1970 D quarter is old, scratched, or worn down, it's probably worth just 25 cents, maybe a little more if it's in good shape. Most of them are still out there being spent or sitting in jars. So why did one of these coins sell for $2,300? The answer is condition. To be worth that much, the coin must be in perfect or near perfect shape. That means no scratches, no wear, no dirt, and a strong, clean strike from the mint. Collectors call this mint state, and it's graded on a scale from MS-60 up to MS-70. A coin graded MS-67 or MS-68 is very rare and can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the market and demand. Some of these coins may also have errors or special features that add value. One type of error seen on the 1970 D quarter is a thin planchet error. This means the coin was made on a piece of metal that was too thin. As a result, the coin weighs less than it should and may look slightly off. These types of mint errors can increase a coin's value a lot. Other errors like off-center strikes, double dies, or clipped planchets can also raise the price. If you think you have a valuable 1970 D quarter, there are a few things to check. First, look at the date. It should say 1970, and there should be a small D under it. Next, look at the condition. Is the coin shiny and clean? Can you see all the small details on Washington's face and the eagle's wings? Does the edge look even, or is something missing? Use a magnifying glass to look closely at the letters and numbers. If anything looks doubled or out of place, you might have an error coin. Also, try weighing the coin if you have a small scale. A regular quarter weighs about 5.67 grams. If yours is much lighter, it could be a thin planchet error. If you're not sure, take it to a coin shop or look online at what similar coins have sold for. Just don't clean the coin. Cleaning can lower its value, even if you think it will make it look better. Most 1970 D quarters will only be worth their face value, especially if they have been used a lot. But the rare ones, the ones that were never spent, kept safe, or made with a mint error can be worth $100, $500, or even over $2,000. That's what makes this coin special. It reminds us that even everyday coins can hold hidden value if we know what to look for. So next time you're going through your change or an old coin jar, check for that 1970 D. It could be worth way more than 25 cents. Last coin on our list is the 1991 D Mint Mark Washington quarter, and believe it or not, one of these coins has sold for as much as $1,800. That's a huge jump from the regular value of just 25 cents. At first glance, this quarter looks just like the one you use every day. But if you find the right one with perfect condition or a rare error, it could be worth way more than you think. Let's start with the basics. The front of the coin has the face of George Washington. Right below his neck, you'll see a small letter. If the letter is D, that means the coin was made at the Denver Mint. The date, 1991, is stamped just below that. The back of the coin shows the usual eagle with its wings spread, sitting on a bunch of arrows with olive branches below. This was the standard quarter design from 1932 until the state quarters began in 1999. Now here's the thing: the Denver Mint made a lot of quarters in 1991. In fact, they produced over 630 million of them. That's why most 1991 D quarters are very common. If you have one that's been used with scratches, faded color, or worn down details, it's probably only worth 25 cents, maybe up to $1 if it's in decent shape. But some special coins in mint condition or with rare minting errors are where the big money comes in. Coins in top condition are called uncirculated or mint state. These coins were never used, never passed from hand to hand, and still look brand new. If your 1991 D quarter is shiny, red or silver in color, and has no wear at all, that's a good sign. The highest quality examples graded MS-67 or MS-68 can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, especially at auction. Collectors and coin graders look at many details. First is the surface. There should be no scratches, stains, or marks. The design should be sharp. You should be able to see all the lines in Washington's hair and the feathers on the eagle. The edges should be clean and fully struck. The better all these details are, the higher the grade and the higher the value. Now let's talk about errors. Some of the most valuable 1991 D quarters are not just in great condition, they also have rare mint mistakes. These include things like off-center strikes, where the design is not centered on the coin. Another rare error is a double die, where the letters or numbers appear to be stamped twice. Some coins were also made on the wrong kind of metal or planchet, which changes the weight and appearance. For example, if a coin was struck on a thinner or thicker planchet than normal, it could weigh more or less than the usual 5.67 grams. If you have a small digital scale, you can check this. If your coin feels off, or if the weight is strange, that might be a clue. Some rare error quarters from 1991 D have sold for hundreds, and in a few cases, up to $1,800, if the error is rare and the condition is high. To check your own coin, first look for the 1991 date and the D mint mark under Washington's neck. Then, check the color. Is it bright and shiny? Or dull and worn out? Look at the small details. If everything looks sharp and clean, that's a good start. Use a magnifying glass to check for double lines or any letters or numbers that look strange. Also look at the coin's shape. Is it centered? Is the edge even? If you think your coin is special, don't try to clean it. Cleaning a coin can actually hurt its value. Just keep it safe in a soft cloth or coin holder. If you're serious, you can take it to a local coin shop or even send it to a professional grading company to get it certified. Most 1991 D quarters are worth only face value, but a small number, the ones with top condition or a rare error, are worth much more. That's what makes this coin so interesting. It's modern, it's common, but in the right condition, it's worth looking at twice. Keep your eyes open. Your next quarter could be worth $1,800. So, remember, condition is everything. Even common coins can be worth hundreds or thousands if they're in perfect shape or have a rare error. Always check for sharp details, no wear, and look for odd features. A coin's date alone isn't what makes it valuable, it's the quality and rarity. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you found something cool. See you next time.